investing friend of financial freedom. Welcome into Investors Club. Got a great show for you. Mercado Libre is so many stocks in one. You get so excited about the next robotics play or the next fintech or everything Amazon's doing or Microsoft's doing or stable coins and so many other things. Mercado Libre is so many tech stocks in one, and they all work together is the beauty of it. Let's dive in and see this thing. So good to see you, my friends. Got some good new stuff going here with the overlays, and we're on time because I figured out how to schedule things. So much more to come too. And I've been working on so much stuff. I'm so excited to finally be able to share it all with you. So, by the way, get the book in the description and join the club. Get the book for free. Join the club and get all this stuff. Amazon, MasterCard, Shopify, and more, all in one amazing stock. This is one amazing stock. And the first thing we want to say about this is opportunity cost. So, what do you do in this crazy world of investing? I guess I need incredibly complex formulas with all kinds of calculations that make me seem really smart. And Charlie Munger really took looked poorly upon that, saying that you have this terrific old-fashioned idea of opportunity cost. So what you do is you find a wonderful business and you say, that's my stock right there. And you compare everything else to that and say, would I rather allocate away from this amazing business? Is this one even better? And then you have your opportunity cost instead of these stupid formulas that are always incorrect because garbage in, garbage out. You have no idea what the gross margins are going to be in 5 years, even though you think you do, etc. So this is the opportunity cost. Would I rather own this than XYZ? Well, this stock, Mercado Libre, we're going to say is one you should think about as your opportunity cost stock. Would I rather own Mercado Libre than this one? And it's got everything. It's got it all. Every time you get excited about payment platforms, there's so many things. Look at all these things. Stable coins. It's got a stable coin and it's got the ecosystem. It's got the distribution. When we talked about the Tether CEO who's going after the everyman, kind of bashing Circle for being institutional. He was saying that it's going to be distribution. He's going to say they're going to be hard to be caught. But stable coins, one way of looking at them is that a good stable coin that is the accounting is verified, etc., is a commodity. It's just, okay, this thing's going to stick to the buck. Okay, good. But anybody can offer that with the right technology. And then so it's distribution. Who is in your ecosystem already? If you were in Mercado Libre for all of your e-commerce and payments, fintech, they offer so many things. And now you want to do some stable coining. Maybe you don't have a bank account. You just want to put some money in a reliable dollar because the dollar is not going to hyperinflate probably, even though everybody says it is. You could use that. So anyway, they have their stablecoin offering within the ecosystem for the distribution. So it's beautiful. So like Circle, it has its own stablecoin, and one is not better than the other. It's distribution. As long as they're sound, one is not better than the other. It's distribution. And Mercado Libre has the most beautiful distribution. And like MasterCard and Visa, some of the best businesses the world has ever seen, they are in the authorizing, processing, settling transactions business, precisely as MasterCard and Amazon are doing it in South America, where the sky is the limit, where there's a lot of growth, a long runway of growth. And then Shopify, my friend, Shopify is such an interesting growth stock. I think its PE is like 70. Mercado Libre is like under 50. But Mercado Libre has Mercado Shops. I think we'll see what it is. But you can create your own online stores just like Shopify. It's got what Shopify's got, like Amazon. It's got the e-commerce and the logistical fulfillment. So you like any of these amazing, fun, awesome, exciting growth stocks, Mercado Libre, because of the awesome leadership, is there. Like Google, it is a big digital ads play, my friend. Like SoFi, it offers nearly every financial service. Like Tesla, did you know it's a play on robotics? Like Microsoft, it's a play on the cloud. And like Upstart, it uses proprietary data to make loans. And we think it's a better buy right here than all of those. The stock is, of course, Mercado Libre. Mercado Libre is Spanish for free market. And it's kicking butt, and it has two main tailwinds. So we have low financial inclusion and low e-commerce penetration. So this is Latin America. So low financial inclusion. Half. One thing I saw was Brazil. It might be from a year or two ago, but half of Brazilians didn't even have a bank account. Many in Latin America are sorely lacking bank accounts, basic financial services. Digital payments are projected to grow at 23% across the region. Their Mercado Pago is doing better than that. And low e-commerce penetration projected at 25%. I think last I saw, it was just 11%. I think it might have been 11% in Brazil was just e-commerce. So still plenty of room for growth there. And then it's founder led. This guy just transitioned to like the chairman role to focus on culture, which is exactly what you want. So founder Marcos Galpern is still there. Has created prodigious success, 30xing its numbers over the last decade. Pick what you want. They've crushed it. And the runway ahead is so long in a number of areas, but just like payments, there are two main areas, fintech and the marketplace. And so they're valued reasonably. They're such a great stock. Okay, great. What have you done you've crushed it across every metric before, but what have you done for me lately? Continue to crush it across every metric. Pick anything. They're up 24%, 19%, 37%, 73%, 57%, 112%, 59%. And these are all currency adjusted. So these are all in dollars. They're crushing it. This is their last quarter. Pick anything. They destroyed it. E-commerce and the finance arms have long runways. So it's been such a great growth story, but it's still near the beginning. E-commerce and finance arms have long runways, currently only reach about 1/10 of the people in Latin America. There's 667 million people roughly in Latin America, and we got 66.6 million unique active buyers on the marketplace and 64.3 monthly active users on the fintech arm. So they're about 1/10. They've only touched about 1/10, and they're growing prodigiously. You can see their 25% growth right in lockstep. We said that e-commerce was projected to grow at 25% growth. And then digital payments projected to grow at 23% growth. They have 31% growth. Got a lot of irons in the fire. They have the marketplace offers a platform to connect buyers and sellers, as we saw. Mercado Pago provides digital payments, as we saw. And then Mercado Crédito, this is Upstart, is a bit of a market darling because they use data to make loans rather than waiting for somebody to come in and apply to make a loan and everything, apply for a loan and things. They're using data to see who's a good loan and trying to get the loans out to those people. Well, they got the same thing. And with all of the data, well, how does Upstart have all the data? Mercado Libre has all of the fintech and marketplace, and the fintech stuff is happening even more off of their marketplace. It's grown prodigiously where everybody using Mercado Pago to pay within Mercado Libre, but it's grown even more for using it to pay at the supermarket or anywhere else. They don't have good fintech in Latin America. Mercado Pago is now a big part of it. And then we got Mercado Puntos loyalty program similar to Amazon Prime. Then Mercado Envios is the logistics of fulfillment. That gives them an edge. Anybody these days can make an e-commerce platform. They just a bunch of code you can tell AI to do for you, but they've got the fulfillment. Not everybody has the airports and the logistics. And in Latin America, they don't even have addresses at some of their places. They got to get to the point where you're telling them to get to all these hard to find places. Latin America is not modernized with all the addresses and things in some places. Mercado Ads monetizes search on the platform, and then within the platform but elsewhere across Latin America, these initiatives pay off. And then this is what we just said. This is Mercado Pago is being used even more off of the platform than on the platform. So you can see 26.1 billion in the last quarter off of the platform, 14.2 billion on the platform, both with prodigious growth. But it's growing even faster off the platform. And then MELI is ready for a blockchain future. You can buy and sell Bitcoin. Anything. What do you want to do with blockchain? Buy and sell Bitcoin and other coins, ETH, all that stuff, because of their digital wallet and their partnerships with Paxos and Ripio. They've got their Mercado coin, which is an ETH coin, a loyalty coin. So they give you spend money on their marketplace, you earn these coins, but you can then buy things on the marketplace. And you could even technically take it off of Mercado Libre and trade it on the ETH exchange, ETH platform. MELI dollar, although nobody does. MELI dollar is their US dollar stable coin. They don't break out how profitable each of these things is, but that's super interesting. They're stable coin. And then they keep cash for emergency use. But you know what else they got? They got some Bitcoin on the balance sheet, about $61 million worth. And then there's this Mercado Bitcoin is a crypto exchange in Brazil. No affiliation, except that they bought a portion of them. They bought a piece. So the details and the numbers are held close to the vest. But if you want to, if you're like, oh, I gotta get some exposure to this blockchain future, Mercado Libre all over the place. And then there is the distribution, like we talked about. If they already offer everything there, so why would you leave? Why would you? I got to go use some stablecoin action. I guess I should leave Mercado Pago. Why? There's no reason to. So they've got the distribution. And again, those stable coins, a good one is the same as another one, another good one. It just tracks the dollar. We also note that MELI has Mercado Fondo for its investing, and it's not just for crypto. You can buy stocks, bonds, whatever else. So they got it all like Shopify. And then there's Mercado Shops, or got it all like SoFi. And then there's Mercado Shops, which is MELI's answer to Shopify. Again, they keep the numbers private, but that's such an interesting business. I want to know. They don't, but if they're not sharing it with us, maybe it's because it's going so well. And then there's robotics and automation. MELI's extensive warehouses are using these robotics and everything, just like Amazon is. And then, like we saw with Amazon develops a bunch of stuff for itself. And who knows, it also has an eye to, like with Amazon Web Services, we'll just develop all the stuff we're going to need. And you know what? Well, then the other people will need it eventually too. We'll offer it out to them. They've got robotics and automation. They're a secret player. They're already doing it, automating their warehouses and everything. So they're a secret robotics play. And then so they are their own customer. So you don't have to buy a unprofitable speculative robotics company. They are one, and they are their own customer. So they're already a profitable one, and then they can offer it out to everybody else if it's good. And finally, in an interview with the founder Marcos Galperin, they have startups. One of their startups is something they made for themselves. Again, a service they made for themselves to offer perhaps to others as well. So they were getting frustrated with Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud and Azure and the pricing or whatever. And so they wanted to be able to switch. Well, they made a startup internally. They made their own creation to be able to easily switch from one to the other. And he says it's the best startup in the market. Now I don't know, that was a year or two ago, whatever. I don't know, who knows what's going on with it, but it again points to them developing stuff for themselves that they then can offer out to other people, other clients. And they're in the cloud game as well, puts them in the cloud game as well. So it's quite a company. So it's right now, I think it's a little bit under 50 times earnings, but look at Tesla, Shopify, Circle, all of those I'd way rather have, even if Mercado Libre went up to their PEs. Circle's PE is ridiculous. Shopify's is like 70, Tesla's is like 139 or something. I'd still rather have Mercado Libre. Then there's the risks. Of course, the two biggest risks here are Latin American economics and exchange rates, and then competition. So we're generally bullish on Latin America. When Trump had his tariff visual aids, it was all Asia and Europe. There was no Western Hemisphere on there at all. It seems there's been some arrangements or whatever, some ideas to align the Western Hemisphere together for supply chains, etc. And so I'm bullish on the Western Hemisphere. New geopolitical alignments seem to bring Western Hemisphere closer together. And maybe with all the uncertainty, the Latin American stuff's a little bit cheaper right now, and maybe it should be a little more dear. And then the competition is the other one, and that is indeed fierce. Half of MELI's business is in Brazil. About half of MELI's business is in Brazil. So about half of their business is e-commerce and Mercado Pago, and then geographically about half is in Brazil, and then half's in the rest of South America. And then the rest of South America is growing a little bit faster than Brazil as well. But about half of it's in Brazil. And you see here, Mercado Libre is in blue, but Shopee is C Limited. They do is a Free Fire or Fire Free video game. It's really big on cell phones, and they use that money to enter Brazil. they do e-commerce in Asia as well, but they're using that money to enter Brazil through Shopee. And unfortunately, I have to say the way that competitors sneak in historically is a lot like this. They start with a cheap client. So the average ticket on Mercado Libre is like 21 bucks. The average ticket on Shopee is like 7, and that's how it happens. If you want to take down a big competitor, you start with cheap clients that they're overlooking and start building services to them, and then you expand. And that's how a lot of the insurgents companies have worked. And so that's what Shopee's doing. And Shopee's in red. And there was a time when Shopee, this is Google Trends and what's most popular in Brazil. There's a time Shopee actually got above Mercado Libre there a little bit, and Mercado Libre's pulled away a little bit. But the competition is there. There's also Amazon. There's also Alibaba. There's also Magazine Luiza and a couple others. But Mercado Libre is the numero uno. But the competition is fierce. Something to keep an eye on, but MELI's experience, expertise, and we offer everything you lack bent bode well. So Amazon does not have Latin American roots. Shopee does not have Latin American roots. Alibaba does not have Latin American roots. Marcos Galperin, I think he's from Argentina, and then he went to Stanford and then went back to South America. He understands South America, and I love the way he runs that company, and the results speak for themselves. So to me, they've got the secret sauce. So their Latin expertise, and that we offer everything you lack bent, the super app bent, it bode super well for it. And they were sort of right place, right time as well. They got in there, and how could you ever catch them now? They remember that we talked about the shared economy scaled or scaled economy shared. The idea is they've got the networking effect. So the more sellers come in, the more buyers come in because there's so much good product. And now there's all these great buyers here. More sellers come in, and now there's even more products and more buyers come in. And they got this great thing. And then what if you took the profits from all that and just sunk it back into more services and better prices, and even then you get even more buyers and even more sellers. And so how could you ever catch that is the idea. I don't know if you could. I don't think you can. You'd have to be something pretty amazing. So they're right place, right time. Love the founder, love everything about them, and the results just speak for themselves. And then coming down the pike next, we will do, if you sign up for if you join the club, you get all these emails early. We've already, didn't even mean to say this, but you get the Real Money portfolio and 6 other portfolios we track. Well, the Real Money portfolio has a goal to do a little bit better than 20% each year. So we turn 100,000 into a billion in less than 50 years. We already have a little bit better than 20% in just a little bit over 6 months. And our top 25, one of the other 6 portfolios, the virtual portfolios we keep, well, our top 25, it had Circle and another one that's already multi-bagged already just in like a week or two. And I think the other one's already multi-bagged, but Circle already has 2. And we had our ACXP already doubled for us just like that too in the last month. So you get all this stuff early before we talk about it. You get the Discord, you get all that stuff. I will see you guys in the Discord. Have a wonderful night. So we were on time today, got the overlays. It's going to get even better and better. I've been working on so much stuff, and it's frustrating to me that I haven't been able to share it all, but I'm really excited that now I'm starting to bit. So there's so much more coming. I've done so much, and I can't wait to share it with you. So I'll see you in the Discord. Have a great night, great day. See you in the Discord.